Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
Is the bit underneath me. So you'll see we've got the trigger warning. The audience is set to over 18s. Now, if I can just briefly explain, Hollyguard is an app that you can put on your phone, your child's phone. I'll talk a bit more about it. Hiya! I'll talk a bit more about it afterwards. Google Family Link is another one. Again, I'll talk a bit about it afterwards. And there is also a DV helpline number at the bottom there, because that's what I'm going to be talking about with me. You'll see the picture up there. That's Cobra UK and Elite Awareness, I think. I can't actually see it from here, but they are conducting a really important live. I would urge everybody to go and watch it. Go and engage with it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mama. Go and engage with it and get as many tips as possible. I think people think that once they're online and they're sat in a TikTok like this, they're perfectly safe, and they're not. Unless you've protected yourself, you've opened your front door and anyone can walk in. So please, please, please watch that live. That's advertised on screen. So I wanted to talk about what EQ did and the ramifications of doing that on people in general. Not specifically what EQ did, but not targeting what EQ did, but what she did and the effects it can have on people, right? There shouldn't be any static, darling. There shouldn't be. So please forgive me if I don't read the comments. They're going fast and fast and fast. I wonder if it's... Oh, hang on. Is it my hair? Is my hair in the way? Try that. Is that better? Is that better? Tell me if that's better. It's probably because I'm moving. Wait a second. I'm sorting it. Just bear with. Bear with me. Okay. How's that? Is that any better? Sounds perfect now. Yeah, okay. Cheap equipment. I'm too cheap, that's what it is. Right, so you can hear me. Right, so shall I start again? Right, okay. So for those that could only hear static, I'm going to go into the things that I've put up on screen. So Hollyguard, Google Family Link and the DV line. Hi! If I don't see your comments and stuff, please forgive me. I'm really crap at this. The poster on the page, that is, please go and watch it. It's really important. It's very important to watch it. It gives you a lot of information, and people who think they're safe because they're at home, you know, behind closed doors. Once you go onto a social media platform like this, or the internet, in fact, you've opened your front door. And if you're not careful, everyone comes in, okay? So I'm going to talk about that. And we're going to be talking about not specifically EQ, but what EQ did and the effects that it can have on people. Okay, because I've had enough. I've had enough. I completely lost my temper because of what EQ did. Now, I don't know Miss Red. I don't know her history. I don't know her circumstances, but I do know her address was posted online. My thoughts on that are unrepeatable. Just saying. Hi, let's freaking go. Yeah. Appalled. Just appalled. I was appalled with the whole thing. The whole thing just made me feel sick. Right? Thank you for the heart me's. Thank you. So, EQ posting an address, anybody posting an address online has absolutely zero care or zero understanding of what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you that don't know me, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, right? And why, if my situation was different, putting my address up online would have more than likely ended up in me no longer breathing. And that's how serious it is. Okay. Now, I'm not going to talk about anyone else apart from me. However, when and if I open up the boxes, which the mods will have to do because I haven't got a clue. Oh no, I do have a clue. It's all right. People can come up and tell their stories if they wish. All right. Oh, blimey, Mama, that's not good. That's not good. So yeah, my story, a very small part of my story. I was married in 1990 something or other. I was married for 5 years, and I was married to a policeman who was absolutely lovely at the beginning, a very charismatic, wonderful guy. Told me how wonderful I was. You know, the charm offensive, right? So as the relationship deteriorated, and I had children as well with him, as the relationship deteriorated, things started to happen that became quite serious. One of them being that he followed me in a friend's car with my children in his car and a kitchen utensil, trying to catch up with me in order to shuffle me off this mortal coil, shall we say. Okay, and as a policeman, he knew the law extremely well, obviously, and would have twisted that information. And my children were all under the age of 5, so they wouldn't have been able to give an accurate, description of what happened. He was that dangerous. So, if somebody like EQ had come along and once I'd left decided to put my address out there, I should add, he's no longer here. He took the easy way out, and I say that with chest with regards to him. So I don't no longer have that issue. However, had somebody like EQ posted my address once I'd left, I would have been in very, very serious danger. My life would have been in danger. My children's lives would have been in danger. So all these people that think, well, I believe Miss Red shared an address, didn't she? Did she share EQ's address with only Tony as I knew him back in the day? But what she didn't do was post it all over social media. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I don't think she did. Whereas EQ put, that's it, Bambino, thank you. I didn't think so. Whereas EQ put it on Facebook, didn't she? I didn't go and look because, I don't need to know that sort of thing. So she may well have shared EQ's address, but she didn't post it on social media. That's the impression I've got. or the knowledge I've got, sorry. What EQ did was post it on her Facebook page. Now, her Facebook page has been going for years, so it's got quite a big following. And if you follow EQ on one social media platform, you probably follow her on something else. So, right. So she shared it. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know Miss Red's situation. I don't know anything about her former life, former partner. However, what I do know, because I know how I would feel, is if that person is around, if that person doesn't know where she is, and Miss Red feels safe because that person doesn't know where she is, posting that address took away her safety. Completely took away her safety. That was like, you may as well just have phoned him and given him the address. That's how bad it is. Can I please tell you as well, because people don't seem to understand, it is illegal. It is illegal. Right? So if you don't care about the person that you're doxing, at least consider what's going to happen to you. All right? So I don't care how much you dislike somebody. I really don't care. I don't care what they've done to you. There are ways to handle it. There are ways to deal with it, and doxing isn't one of them. Right? You all know the beef I've got with Scouse Slayer. I know her address. Will I ever share it with anyone? No. Will that information go with me to the grave? Absolutely. Is it written down anywhere? No. Because I won't do that to her. I wouldn't do that to her. I wouldn't do that to her, to her children, to her family. Your home is the place you're supposed to feel safe. So when someone comes along and takes that safe space off you, and then you get the backlash, what were you expecting, EQ? All's fair. If you do it, I'll do it. Sorry, I don't want to live in that world. I do not want to live in that world. I would much rather treat people exactly the way I would like to be treated myself. And, you know, if somebody doxed EQ's address, I would have exactly the same opinion. It is wrong. It is wrong. There is no sitting on the fence. It's okay if. It's wrong. Right? Anybody who has an address should be in a position of, well, the police, etc. They're the only people that should have addresses like that for those purposes. Everybody else, mind your business. It's nothing to do with us where you live. So my heart went out to Miss Red. I'm not going to lie. Not a massive fan, but my heart went out to her because I just know that in the same situation, my life would have been in danger. Absolutely in danger. And there is no excuse. So for me, I know they've all buried the hatchet, but for me, I'm never going to stop saying what EQ did was wrong. Wrong on every single level. Every single level. There's just no excuse. Now, my ex, who is no longer here, threatened me all the time, and I don't doubt for a second he would have followed through. I don't doubt for a second. Right? He was of the, if bearing in mind I was a lot younger, if he can't have me, no one's having me. He was that mentality. So to put somebody's address out there, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? It's absolutely unnecessary. Why would you, do you hate someone that much that you would potentially place them in danger, is my question. Or are you sitting back going, what happens? What happens when the worst thing happens? What happens? How do you feel then? Justified because you had a spat on TikTok. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? But EQ, you stand with DV, don't you? DV survivors. You stand with them, don't you? Of course you do. I remember. And yet you dox an address. Square that circle for me, because that makes no sense at all. So as far as I'm concerned, hang on, let's go to this. Who's following you around the app, Lauren? Have we got, thank you, Mama, I'm not having, right, if you're going to come in here and start trouble with other people in here, you're off. You're gone, you're blocked, and you won't be unblocked, right? I'm not having that, okay? My friends, my mods in here who are my friends, will kick out anybody who's going to be picking on other people in this live stream. It is not happening. I did warn you. I warned the audience. I said nastiness will not be tolerated, and I mean it. There is a zero tolerance in here, okay? And I'm saying it loudly for those at the back. We have a zero tolerance for nasty comments in here, right? Come in here and troll me, fine, you'll be muted. Come in here and troll anyone else in the comments, you're gone. You are out. Nobody is coming for anybody in here, right? Nobody, right? Nobody. I know a lot of creators say this is a safe space. This is a safe space, believe you me, right? And in saying that, if anybody has got any issues, anybody needs any support, none of us are trained to counsel you, but we are able to point you in the right direction. Oh, do you know what, Poker? Just leave them. Just leave them. But we can help you in terms of pointing you in the right direction. So if you need any support in that respect, my moderators and my inbox is open, and I will do everything I can to help, okay? She's not coming back, Poker. She's not coming back. Hi, Abigail. She's not coming back. I don't support people like that. I don't want people like that in here, right? This is a very serious discussion. So for somebody to come in and start having a go at one of my mods is absolutely the most selfish thing I've ever seen. How bloody dare you? Why are you not because, Denise, it's not my story. Right? If Poker wants to come and talk about it, then she can. It's not about... If Poker wants to speak, she can. It is not my story to tell. Thank you. I am so... Do you know, don't come in here telling me how to run my live. Right? I think didn't I put a post up? Today is not the day, and we are not the ones... Right? We are not the ones, so don't bother. Oh, it annoys me so much. Good evening. Good evening for all of those who are here because they want to be and because they want to learn something. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Sorry, I don't deal well with selfish people. Hiya, Samira. Yeah, you're dealing... Half my mods are menopausal. Just don't. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, doxing an address. If you think that's okay under any circumstances, please leave. Please don't come in here. Honestly, it is so wrong. It is so wrong. I cannot imagine how... I could not sleep at night. Is it me? I couldn't sleep at night. I could not sleep at night. If I thought, right, let me tell you something, right? If my mods send me something, I'll screenshot it, crop it, and then send it back to my mods and say, there's nothing on there that can identify where this came from, is there? Because I'm so concerned about mistakenly putting information out there that shouldn't be. I get so worried about it. Yeah. Oh, Ruthie, that's awful. That's awful. and I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk in a bit about how to protect yourself. It's a faff, but it's worth it. And please do go and watch Cobra UK and Elite Awareness. Watch their live. It will give you so much information I didn't know. So I'll be watching. I'll be watching. Yeah, is there anything we can do, Ruthie? If you want to inbox any of us, you don't need to tell us anything, but if we can point you in the direction of... I'm very good at Google. If anyone needs to Google... oh, sweetheart. It's not on. It's not on. See, Miss Red's moving, isn't she? I think she had a move planned, but I don't think she had it planned quite yet. So, you know, I think having to do that... Oh, bless you. Having to do that because of somebody's... And I'm going to say it, childish response is just... I'm not going to comment on anything else about EQ because honestly, don't care. But having to deal with that is... You know, you can say you're tough and you're this and you don't scare me and blah, blah, blah. You know, but I would be petrified. If my ex was still around, I would be petrified. I wouldn't be sleeping. Now, some of you know what's happened. Goodbye, user 77. Oh, I love a coward, don't you? Love a coward. Bye. Can we get... Thank you. Do you know what? I know it's the internet. But if you're watching from the outside and thinking of coming in and saying something incredibly stupid, which is what that was, please don't bother. You'll get 5 seconds and then you'll be gone. Really? Was it worth it? Fire up your own live and have a bitch about whatever you like. Yeah? Don't bring it in here. This is part rant, part educational. All right? No, you won't, Poker. No, you won't. You stay put. You're here. They're not welcome. You stay where you are, please. You leave if you want to, not because you feel you need to. We've got you, okay? If anybody comes in on a user 11T500, please block immediately. I don't care. Just block them, because it's obviously the idiots coming in. Absolutely. Listen, I've got so many mods in here, Poker. We've got you, honey. We've got you. For those in the comments, Poker's going through a bit at the minute, so we're here to support her. If you're watching from the outside, go away. I'm not interested. Right? Not interested. We've all got our own opinions, but, you know, leave them at the door. All right? Just leave them at the door. Don't you disappear, Poker. Do you hear me? Oh, don't make me WhatsApp you. Oh, God, no, don't apologise. No, you've got nothing to apologise for. So, yeah, the doxing is wrong. There's never a need for it. Oh, bless you. Bless you, thank you. Yeah, everything's okay. We've just got the usuals in. You know, the usuals, I like to call them. Well, no, that's not what I call them, but they're in. They like to come in and tell you how to do your live, don't they? And tell you what topics to cover and what you should be doing. And of course, they always come at it from their own point of view and not the other person's point of view. So usually what they say sounds a little silly. Hope you're screen recording. Are you screen recording? Jolly good. Yeah, so I think what EQ did was wrong. Hi, Holly and the Ivy. Yeah, absolutely, anti-die. Yeah, Ruthie, if you see anyone, let the moderators know, please. You can inbox a moderator as well. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate it. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to say. God, I ramble. Any gifts goes into the Misfits pot. I don't benefit from it myself. It's for the community. So please don't think you're gifting me to go and get my hair done, because you're not. You're gifting each other, essentially, because you'll get it back if you need it. Having said that, we're not a charity, but we will help as and where we can. And I have got new stickers, subscribers. If you go into the emoji stickery bit, whichever it's called, you'll see I've created letters for you. Oh, thank you, Dazza. Thank you. There we go. Mickey's found them. Do you like them? They took me hours. Everything takes me hours. So yeah, whatever you think of, I know there's a lot of EQ fans and stuff, and they like her and whatever, you know, you please yourself, but I'm sorry, doxing is a new low, and I'm not about it. Not in here. So, do you like them, Abigail? Do you like them, Ali? Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not. I just think it's different for me. If my address was out there, you know, what's going to happen? Not a lot. But when you've got a past, or you've got children, or, you know, you're vulnerable, or you're living with vulnerable family, to have it put out there is just... What is wrong with people? Seriously? Sorry, I'm trying to read some of the messages. Yeah, I just disagree with it. I can't tell you how much I disagree with it. There's one thing using somebody's address to be a nuisance, but to put them in harm's way, no. She's not seen it yet. Oh dear. Well, that's just rude. That's just rude, Vicky. Hi, little tiny. How are you? Oh, and you've pinned it as well. Thanks. Yeah, so you need to keep yourself safe online, folks. You really do. Can I demod her? She's annoying me. So yeah, I think the doxing that I mean, the TikTok is a state anyway, in my humble opinion. TikTok is a state. It really is, I think. But what people seem to forget, and what a lot of the large, big creators, you know, with over a sort of like 100k followers, is that it's a kids app. It's a kids app. It's for 13 plus. So if you're sat there as a big creator and you're doxing an address, which tells people, young people, that that's a really good thing to do. What a fun way to get back at somebody. Let's put their address out there because we don't like them. And then some young child is going to have their address shared by some other young child, because we know they fall out with each other every 30 seconds, and you've put somebody else in danger, because people, unfortunately, will think what you're doing is the right thing. And what they need to understand is it's illegal, it's immoral, and it's never justified. Ever. So what people are thinking doing that, I don't agree with people doxing Elphaba. That's how much I don't agree with it. If Elphaba's doxing themselves, that's a completely different kettle of fish, but I don't agree with it. Don't agree with it. Thank you for blocking. Thank you. yeah, I just don't agree with it. It's absolutely crazy. So if anyone's thinking of doxing Elphaba, don't. It's not worth it. It's not right. It's illegal. And given the amount of shenanigans they get up to, it's potentially dangerous. And let's not forget, they're not in a house on their own. They're in a house share or some such. There are other people involved. You know, this is something else that nobody lives in a massive house in the middle of a field, do they? People have got neighbours. People have got family that come round to visit. People have got friends that come round to visit. The knowledge that your address is out there in cyber world, I wouldn't let anyone come and visit me if I knew that at any given time something could happen to me in my own home. I wouldn't do it. Oh, Bambino, I'm not surprised. Oh, Violet, I'm sorry that happened to you. I am sorry that happened to you. But there's no excuse. There's no excuse, honestly. And that's the thing, these people, they don't think. All their thinking is one-upmanship. How can I hurt you? You've hurt me, you've upset me, how can I hurt you? And they don't care about the collateral damage. So in Miss Red's case, she can't have a granddaughter over. It was worth it, was it? It was worth it, was it? Absolutely pathetic behaviour. It really is. I understand that you can be hurt, and I understand you want to make them pay. But just don't, we all have that capacity to do damage to somebody, but we also have the capacity to sit still on our hands if necessary and not type and not respond and not react. We've all got our limits, absolutely, but that's what friends are for. Or get a pillow and punch a pillow. Just, whatever your thoughts are about having putting somebody's address out, first of all, why is it in your head anyway? Why is that a thought that you would have? Because that's the first bit that trips me up, because I would never do that. And then the second, right, okay, so you've got the address, so okay, but then you post it online on a social media platform for everybody to see. And Miss Red's not a small creator. She regularly has 4K plus in her lives. She's got, people who proper fan over her, So what then ends up happening is, EQ, you put that address out there. What happens if somebody who's not mentally stable then takes it upon themselves, because they think you're wonderful, to go and take revenge on Miss Red on your behalf? What happens then? Huh? Because even though you haven't directly committed the act, you have enabled that act by giving that information out, by putting that information out there. There are so many ways it's not right and it's not moral. And you sit there stroking your hair. Oh yeah, I'm just awesome. No, honey, you're not. You're not. Not just based on everything else you've done. Just based on that alone. What's sad? What? TMJ, so that somebody would go, I know, it's, and we all know there are people on the internet who don't realise that, this is not real life. This is a social media platform. It's very scary. It's very scary. And you don't think about the danger to yourself. You think about the danger to all your loved ones. You think about the repercussions for your loved one. Imagine Miss Red probably loves spending time with her granddaughter. Why wouldn't she? and now she can't. Not in her home. She can't in her home. Why would you punish Miss Red's granddaughter, EQ? Because that's what you've done. Can you imagine Miss Red's granddaughter, I would imagine, loves spending time with her nana, and you've taken that away from her. Why? For what? For what purpose? Because you were annoyed? Because you were hurt? Because what? That's the thing. You think you're punishing somebody because you've upset them, but you're actually punishing everybody. And these are people who have nothing to do with you, don't interact with you in any way, are completely, in Miss Red's grandchild's case, completely innocent child. What am I missing? What am I missing? So you support victims of DV, yeah? I would say, no, you don't. I presume you're all about protecting children, because if you're not, so you must want to protect children, correct? And yet you put a grandchild at risk. How you are still getting people watching you and gifting you, I will never know. And I say that to every creator that's ever doxed an address. How people still think you're doing something good and you're fine, you're funny, whatever. Apparently you're not in your evil queen phase. Dear me, what's this? This is the good side of you, is it? Blimey. I wouldn't agree if anyone had doxed your address, EQ. I don't agree with it. Full stop. But you think it's okay to put a child in danger. Wow. Wow. Well done, EQ. Well done. True colours and all that, yeah? I've no idea, Samira. I don't even care. I don't care. But yeah, EQ, I tell you, come for me, love. I don't mind. I don't mind. You can do what you like. I really don't care. I really don't care. Doxing of any kind is wrong. Completely. Completely. Oh, they're all coming in now, aren't they? Listen, users, and I do mean that term exactly how I've said it. If you want to go and fire up a live because you don't like somebody in my live, crack on, okay? We've all got you blocked and none of us care. So off you go, run along and go fire up. Cam to us. Cam to us. Why don't you do that? That way you don't miss out, do you? Eh? Instead of coming in here on your little fake accounts because you've got a bone to pick with somebody in here who happens to be my friend, and I will not be backing away from you. All right? So, jog on. Absolutely, Christine. I absolutely agree with that. Hi, Steph. Loving Scotland. I love Scotland. Yes, I've come to the... You know, it's Avengers Assemble. It's Misfits Mobilise. That's the new saying. I came up with that. I love you too, darling. I came up with that about 3 o'clock this morning. I was like, oh, who can I text? Damn it, nobody. Oh, thank you, Louise. Thank you. Oh yeah, and if you're not scared of any of us, please, has anybody met Misty Moores? Good luck. That's all I'm saying. Hi. Slowly because of health issues, yes. We will come together, but it might take us several hours. But once we're together, watch out. Oh yeah, I tell you. Oh, Misty's fantastic. I'm very, very blessed to call Misty a friend. I'm blessed to have all of you as friends, actually. So yeah, from the point of what EQ's done, there's no justification for it at all. None at all. And a lot of these big creators, they will sit on a live and they will somehow try to justify behaviours, and it either don't do it in the first place, that would be my first thing, or if you do it, classic example, bless his heart, Fact Freak. Disclaimer, I subscribe to Fact Freak. Think he's great. He made a mistake. He came on to TikTok the following day and he apologised, right? And he apologised unreservedly. He didn't say, but I'd had a drink, but I was having a bad day, but the week's been bad, but he didn't do any of that. He just straight said, sorry, right? End of. He acknowledged the mistake. And the thing is, he won't make that mistake again. I'm pretty sure. But then you've got the apologists. And for those of you that don't know, Zach Debrat is blocked on my account. Zach Debrat is blocked. DG Decor is blocked. Delusive Angie, if she comes in here, she'll be blocked. Who else? Alphaba, blocked. All of these wrong uns, right? Blocked. Because I am not interested in A, their behaviour, and B, their little cliques and how they all come around each other and create TikTok storylines and all that. I'm not interested. You are all as bad as each other. And I actually had a lot of respect for Zach. But when he dismissed Scouse Slayer's behaviour as not that bad, sorry, I was done. Thank you. I know it won't be popular with a lot of my followers, but, you know, I have to be honest. And, yeah, I'm not... I've blocked Gracie as well. And I was really gutted to do it because I had a lot of time for Gracie, but she also stood up for Scouse Slayer. Oh, Bambino, he didn't. Did he? He's gone for poker. That's not a good idea. Yeah. But to minimise what Scouse, and this is not a Scouse Slayer live, but to minimise what was said in that live, nah, that was not on. It's like I've said in previous TikToks, if you'd seen my inbox, you wouldn't be laughing. You know, you wouldn't... oh, bless you, Andrea. Oh, I'm sorry, love. I'm sorry you've not had a good week and a half. That's not good. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's the other thing they say, isn't it? It's an act on TikTok. What you see isn't what I'm like behind the scenes. So, what, you're not very nice on camera and off camera, you're lovely? Okay. Oh, Andrea, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, darling. Oh, bless your heart. Listen, if you need anyone to talk to, please inbox either me or the mods, right? Oh, bless your heart. I'm really sorry. I'm gutted for you. I am gutted for you. We're here if you need anything, okay? If you can't get through to me, I can't remember whether I've got my inbox set to friends or not, and I have no idea how to follow you on Studio Live. But yeah, inbox the mods and they'll let me know if you want to talk to me. But I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're very welcome, love. It's really tough. And then you come on TikTok for a bit of a break, don't you? It's all kicking off. Oh, don't get me wrong, I understand the draw of the drama and everything else and the beefs and all that malarkey, but hey, don't spam my chat, Cowboys teeth. I'm not doing anything. But then you come on and you see all these big creators and, you know, and it's all real life stuff that they're using to get money, essentially, because that's all it is. It's all about gifts. That's all they want. And thank you for the heart me's. I'm sorry, I'm not saying thank you. Sorry. But it's all about money. which is why you won't see me go live, ask for anything, go live 24 hours a day, which would bore the pants off you, I'm not going to lie. And any money that does, I should have put that up on the screen actually. Any money that does come in goes in the Misfits pot. It is put in the pot and it stays there until it's needed. If you want, I don't want to blow my own horn though, that's the thing. We've helped people, let me just put it that way. We've helped people that have been in dire straits, and that's what it's there for. And there is a meetup planned, well, it's being planned, and that'll be used, the fund will be used to help people get there, accommodation costs, etc. So you're not paying for me to get my nails done. I never get them done, I couldn't be bothered. But you're not paying for my weekly shopping or my electric bill or my rent. Just saying. No. So yeah, if you are wary of gifting, don't. If you are on a low or restricted income, don't, please, right? And if you're gifting other creators, please make sure they deserve it. Yeah, don't, gift people that have your respect, because I guarantee you they don't respect most of you, unfortunately. Oh, thank you, Janice. Please, could the mods unblock 79? Is 79 somebody that isn't going to come in and cause any trouble, Squeaky Pickles? Oh, God, no, you don't need to gift to come in here. No, God, no. And also, you don't need to sub either. Again, the subs money goes in the Misfits pot, but I won't ever do a sub-only live. And if I do, it'll be for a very, very good reason. But it's a personal thing. It's just a personal thing for me. Oh, Squeaky, yes. Yes. Sorry, Squeaky. Can we unblock 79? I know. Thank you, Poker. I know who's. Thank you. Sorry, 79. It's just we've had some idiots in, and we're perfect. We've had some idiots in, and we don't like them. They are, well, idiots. Let's put it that way. So yeah, if you're going to gift people, just please be just be mindful. Don't. Right, I've heard a story, and I'm not going to say any names, but I've heard a story about a person being gifted when the gifter couldn't really afford it. When the creator was told, oh well. Yeah, so if people gift in here and they gift big and they message me and say, oh my God, I got so involved or overwhelmed in the moment and I gifted you this amount and I can't afford it, tell me you will get it straight back, right? Minus what TikTok's already taken, but if I can give you the full amount back, I will give you the full amount back, right? Thank you. Because we don't do that in here, right? We're not here to take your money at all. So yeah, if you gift big and you just did it in the moment and you need it back, please tell me, okay? And you will get it back. Cowboy's teeth. What happened with your lives? They used to be so nice. Oh, I was going to play for a second. No, that's good. No, carry on. Was I being horrible? Was I being horrible? I didn't feel like I was being horrible. Oh well, perhaps they're having a bad day. Oh, I can be worse if you want. Oh dear. Oh my days. Oh, all of you subscriptions, thank you so much. It will go into the whoever's giving it out. You're like hungry hippos, the mods, aren't they? Thank you, Valiant. My mods are like hungry hippos. Oh, God, nobody take that personally, please. You know what I mean? Oh, sometimes I just talk myself into trouble. Oh, Side Snark. Thank you. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. you. Oh no, I can't do that. It's not touch screen. I'm trying to keep my hands away from everything. Thank you very much, Side Snark. I really, really appreciate that. On behalf of all and any misfits, that will go into the pot, and that is fantastic. Thank you so much. Like I said, I can pay my own rent. I don't need everybody's money. So, yeah, if you are... Oh, thank you, Lizard. Side Snark, you're awesome. You're also very funny, not going to lie. I can't like my own live. Yeah! But watch this, though. I like my own live on my other account. Oh, dear. So, yeah, please don't gift if you can't afford it. I really don't need it. It's not... Oh, yeah, Spencer, I know. It's thin on the ground on here, isn't it? It is thin on the ground. You'll also notice I've put up an agency thing in my bio. That's to let people know that these lives are now protected, essentially. But, oh, so do you, Mickey. It's also there. There's a link there if anybody wants to join an agency. I don't get anything for saying that, just saying if you're interested in looking at an agency. Hi, Michelle. That link there is for you. It's just that link is personal to me so that they know where it came from. Oh, thanks, Mickey. You're too kind. Really. So, yeah, please don't gift big. And if you do and it's an accident, let me know. And I will give it back. At least, yeah. But yeah, if you are after an agency, do you have to take this? Lizard, so what happens is, if you get gifted from... But, you get gifts on here and TikTok takes its chunk, doesn't it? The agencies take their chunk from the chunk that's already gone. So you're not paying any more fees, does that make sense? You're not giving any more of your slice of the pie to them. They will get it from TikTok themselves. So it makes no difference to us. We get the same percentage, and they will do that regardless. So if you get a penny in a live, then TikTok will take half of it, and then some of that will go towards the agency, and you'll still keep your half a penny. Does that make sense? Because I thought that as well. I thought you had to pay to join an agency, but you don't. Just be careful what agencies you join. They're not all great. But yeah, so yeah, if you are gifting, especially big gifts, because I see, do you know what frustrates me? And this is maybe going to sound wrong, but I sit there on the outside if I've happened to catch somebody's live, or someone sent me a clip, and you see these massive gifts to these absolute... I'm trying really hard not to swear, but I'm sure you can think of the word. Tools, thank you, Violet. These absolute tools who are getting these massive amounts of money for literally sitting there and being vile to other people. And I think, first of all, you found that entertaining? You found Delusive Angie sitting on a live getting paralytic entertaining enough that you now give her money. I don't know, Lizard. I don't know. It does, Dazza, it does. Now that I've got the hang of studio, now I've got Studio Live going, I'm going to do some more, thank you Samira, I'm going to do some more promoting of small business, because I've got access to more gizmos, so I'll be doing that soon. So any small TikTok business, nearer the time, I'll put out a post, and then you can inbox me and we will sort out a slot for you to come and promote your business. Oh yes, there's quite a lot of tools, Paula. You have to do 15 hours a month, Lizard. 15 hours a month. That's it. And that, honestly, that's it might sound a lot, but it's not. I've been live for an hour. I can't believe I've been live for an hour. Giddy, I know. Would you like it, Chris? I've gone all posh. Do you know how many hours it took me to put these up? It took me hours and a lot of vocabulary. Oh dear. Oh, I know. Did you? Yeah. Yeah, I saw Wild and thought, is it only an hour? Yeah, it's only an hour. So I'm going to talk about how to keep yourself safe online shortly. Did someone else send out a subscription? Oh, Baby Skills, thank you. When I come offline, I know I've got 2 subs to gift, so I'll be doing that. Oh, thank you, Samira. So yeah, please, right, so my tips for you is please be careful who you gift, right? Don't gift beyond your means. If you've got disposable cash, my first thought is spend it on yourself or your family, right? If you are going to gift big creators, please make sure they deserve it. Please make sure that they're not the sort of people who abuse other people online, who regularly violate community guidelines, like falling asleep, like becoming intoxicated, all of that stuff. Please don't gift those people. They are providing you with content you could get watching a BBC drama, right? And that would be classier. I was going to say cheaper, but license isn't. But you know what I mean. Just be careful. If you gift in here, it goes to the Misfits pot. Oh no, don't, Claire. She'll break it. If you gift in here, it goes into the pot. I fund my own lifestyle. Thank you. So it goes to help others in here. So gifts and subscriptions all goes to the pot. To be a misfit, you just have to be here. That's it. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be here. Then you're classed as a misfit. Because my belief is if you found your way to this live, you're a misfit. Don't give out personal information. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. Don't give out personal information. You don't, Paula, you don't. You really don't. This app has become very dangerous. I think when it was, I wasn't on here during lockdown, but I think back then it was okay. But since it's monetized, it's become something it wasn't meant to be, I don't think. Oh God, no, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. If you gift big in here and you didn't mean to, please, well, if you gift anything in here and you didn't mean to, please inbox me or one of my mods. You will get the money back. I will not have anybody be short of money, okay? So if you've gifted and you've gone, damn it, I meant to hit the rose and I hit the flowers or whatever it is, please let me know and I will refund you. Yeah, that's not true. That's not true. But you didn't mean to do it. Please let me know and I will give you back as much. Hi, Sunny Signs. I will give you back as much as I can, if not the full amount. So just be careful. Just be very careful. When you're on TikTok and you're doing anything, especially when you're on live, please consider, look at it this way. You are in your own home, but you've opened your front door, right? And if you're not protecting yourself and you're not protecting your family, you are inviting strangers in. Thank you. You are inviting strangers in, right? And you wouldn't, would you, if your actual front door was open? You wouldn't just say, anybody on the street, come in, help yourself. You know, you wouldn't do it, so don't do it online. Absolutely valiant start. Do you know, there are so many people, though, unfortunately, who they will gift to get the attention of the creator. So say I'm sat here, I'm not reading all the comments, but, you know, and a gift will come up and I'll see it because it's in big letters. And they will do that because they want the attention of the creator. And you've seen what they're like. So some of them will have noises for when a big gift comes in, or they'll pin that person's name, or they'll give them a shout out, right? And so that's why they'll gift, because they want the creator's attention. And it's not anything bad, it's not anything nasty or anything. They need attention. They're not getting it for whatever reason. So they will send a gift they can't afford. They absolutely do, creators, they absolutely do. So they will send a gift they can't afford. They will get that attention. They will get that validation. And then they may continue to do it. We all heard the story about that poor woman who had the same name as me, who got into debt. Oh, bless your heart. Got into debt and couldn't deal with it. It's that bad. And some people, like somebody's just said in the comments, will feel pressured to continue. So, and let's not forget as well, you will come into a live and a creator will see you come in and they'll see your gifter badge. They will see the gifter level, right? And they will say hello to you if your badge is like level 30. It's alright, it's the lives being reported, hang on. There we go. Reported for inactivity. So it absolutely is, Lizard. It absolutely is. No, it's all right. It's not a violation, lovely. It was just a, check for inactivity. So yeah. I can't even remember what I was saying now. Yes, so they will make you feel as though, because they've spotted your badge, your gifter level badge, they'll single you out. Yeah. So they will. Exactly. And another, some creators will say, and this is not always a bad thing because they're pushing their lives out there, but they will say to you, if you gift me this gift, I will do X, Y, and Z for you, right? So I will pin your name, I will, whatever there is they do. I can't think of what they do because it's not what I do. But, and you will feel that pressure. Exactly, Mama. We just need this. We just need that. I just need enough money too. Or I just need to get my subs to this level. Or I really want to go on that cruise that I'll never get a chance to go on again. Can you help? All of that sort of stuff, yeah. Elphaba's a classic example, but that's the sort of stuff they will say to you, right? I could sit here and say to you now, oh, I'd love a mobility scooter. Oh, do you know, I'd really love a mobility scooter, right? And there are ways that I could make you feel bad enough to gift me, right? But I'm not going to do that because I'll save up for my own. Thank you very much. But they will make it feel as though you are the key to their happiness. You are the key to making their dreams come true. Right? I've seen it. I've seen people get blocked for not gifting. Absolutely. And it is... Up and coming, you don't have to restrict you. Yeah. Absolutely, creators. And this is where a whole other section comes in. So, young children, minors, want to be liked. They want to fit in and they want to be liked. So, if a minor gets the attention of a creator, like, let's say, off the top of my head, pulling a name out the hat, Elphaba, right? they want to get Elphaba's attention, and they want to be liked, and they want to get that big, that hit of dopamine, right? So they'll gift big, and they'll gift with pocket money, birthday money, Christmas money. A lot of parents have got things like Go Henry, where you can put pocket money on a card so they can do all the exchanging for gifts. So that's why it's so important, if you are going to go live and you are keeping your gifts on, please restrict your lives to 18 plus every time without fail, right? Because, and it's easy because the mods are very, very good. They will look at your profile picture, and if they have any doubt that you are under 18, they'll block you. And it's not because they don't like the look of you, it's because we don't do that here. I've had so many people follow me, and I go through it periodically, and I will check the profile page of anyone I think could possibly be under 18, and I will block them straight away. And it's not because I don't like them or I don't like what they're doing on TikTok, any of that. It's because you are not my audience, and you are too young. So for anybody who is now over 18 and is wondering why they were blocked when they were 15, that is why. Because I'm not having minors on my account. Those funds to live, you are literally letting a minor pay for your shopping. Would you do it in the street? Thank you. And that's the other thing, Paula. Doesn't it drive you potty? You can see that somebody's a minor, you report it, nothing happens. But let me tell you something else. There are some excellent teams on TikTok and all other social media platforms who are watching, and they have tools that the average person like me doesn't have, and they are able to help protect those children. This is why I really want people to go and watch this live that I've got pinned up on the page. It's a really important one, and it'll be things that there are things that I can learn, and I know quite a bit, but there is things there that it's going to be very educational. Please watch. So there's a couple of things I've got up on the page there, that the bottom one's self-explanatory. Google Family Link, right? That's a really good one. If you go and type that into the search engine, it will come back, and I have it for my stepdaughter's phone. So bless her, she can't squeak without me knowing. Right? She tried to download TikTok. She's 11. She tried to download TikTok. I straight away got a notification. So she got blocked from downloading it, and I got a notification to say she's trying to download it. You have never seen a child WhatsApp their dad so fast. And I blocked her from getting it. So, and that's Family Link. So you've got so much control. You can prevent them from getting, like, for example, I have her password and her information for her phone, right? So for the bits of her phone, she can't download YouTube without my permission, right? It's extremely good. Now the other one is Holly Guard. That's an app. I'm going to have to get someone else up to discuss what it is, but it's extremely good as well. It's good at detecting. Yes, I think so. Yeah, Lizard. I think it's across all items. Yeah, that's the other thing people don't do. People don't check their kids' phones because they don't want to, it's their privacy and all the rest of it. It doesn't mean you have to go through their messages. It doesn't mean you have to read, what your child is saying to another child. What it means is that you go through the apps, you see what content they're uploading, have a look at their followers. It's quite easy. Thank you. It's quite easy to spot somebody and this is where this live comes comes in, this Cobra Live, they will give you tips on how to spot people that aren't who they say they are necessarily. The rule of thumb for me is always assume the person they say they are, they're not. That's the best thing, right? So for me, my stepdaughter cannot add anybody onto any social media platform which she doesn't have. But Instagram, she has Instagram, but I have her password, and so she can't make any change to her settings. But she can't add anyone without my prior approval. And she knows that if the second she adds a stranger, she loses her phone. It's as simple as that. Honestly, please don't be worried about upsetting your child. I am telling you, people would rather have a child upset, not speaking to you for a week, having a bit of a paddy, than not have that child there at all. So please, 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 it may be a pain. It may be a fight you're too tired to have. But please, if you want your child to be safe, have that conversation. Do those things to protect your child. When I say check your child's device, I mean 2 or 3 times a week, right? I would rather, and my children are all grown up, but I didn't have to deal with any of this, but I would rather my stepdaughter hated me, but was alive to do it. Do you understand? Was in a safe place and hated me. There's no ifs, buts or maybes. I would much rather she hated me, because that would mean she was alive and I was doing my job. Yeah? So please, please, please check your kids' devices. Go onto Google Family Link. It's really good. It's recommended by a lot of the reputable hunting teams. Which one? There's Hollyguard, which I know one of the things on it is if the child is in trouble, if they shake their phone, it will alert people. Exactly, Lizard. Exactly. You don't, Paula, that's the thing. YouTube Kids. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot more apps out there now that give online safety and protect and all the rest of it, but there is no substitute for checking your child's devices. No substitute. And if they have apps on there that require passwords, you need to have them. You need to have all of their passwords, right? Please don't think that because you've set it to private that they are not going to find a way around it. You need to have their passwords. You need to have access to their phones when you ask for it, right? And if they're not doing anything wrong, they shouldn't have a problem. Exactly, Mama. And they will come back and say thank you. They will. Trust me, I've got adult children. They'll remember every mistake you made and everything you did right. So, but check them. You really do. You really do. But you are responsible for your child, and you need to make your child's world, including their online world, as safe as humanly possible. These people, somebody said to me, these people are desperate. They are desperate. And when you're desperate, you'll do anything. Right? So please, please, please check your child's devices. Your vulnerable adults' devices, your elderly grandma's device, anybody's devices, right? What Mickey said, it takes minutes. Minutes. All children seek are social connections. Children seek social connections. They are trying to find their place in society, followers, leaders, all of that stuff, and they're trying to find friends, and they will do almost anything to find a friend group to fit in with. And for some of those children, their friend groups will be online friend groups. So you need to be careful. Please, please be careful. I would rather, Exactly. Kids dealing with stress, kids who already have their own stuff to be dealing with, maybe they're not in a good situation at home, maybe they've got any one of the, the autisms or the ADHD, they're young. Sometimes, you've got a 12-year-old child who acts more like an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? Just prepare them. When my kids were little, it was dial-up internet and, chat rooms and stuff, and there wasn't any safeguarding, but there wasn't really any awareness around it either. So if my kids had access to this sort of social media back in the day, honestly, they would have gone live walking from the house to the school bus, and they wouldn't have thought for a second about the fact that they were showing where they lived, or the name of the school on the front of the bus, or the fact that their uniform looked a certain way, or where they were going at the weekend, or we're going to get the bus into wherever, right? So you need to tell your kids, don't show your school uniform on a live, on a picture, and put it on social media. Don't show your front door. Don't don't go in your back garden and show the back of your house. Just keep it off social media. Don't tell people on social media you can't go to such and such a party because you're on holiday. Don't do it. Tell them about it when you get back. Tell them about it when you get back. Chat rooms are awful, awful, awful places. I wouldn't go in a chat room. Never mind. I've not heard of that. Brilliant. Exactly, Mama. Honestly, you don't realise how easy. If someone is determined or desperate, they will find you. They will find you. And it's frightening. It is so frightening. But these are things that children they're not aware of. And it annoys me that we have to make them aware, because I was never aware of any of this as a kid. But because of technology, we have to make them aware. They're told if they don't talk to strangers outside. Exactly, Minnie, yeah. I mean, I used to tell my children, because, it was all what to do, stranger danger and stuff, and it was all, you need to shout and get somebody's attention. And I told my kids, you shout stranger. That's what you shout. You shout stranger. Don't shout anything else, because otherwise you just look like a naughty child. But you shout stranger. But there's so much more. Yes, there's more stuff out there that can harm them, but there's also more things we can do to protect them. Yeah, so if we can do that. But then you've got people like EQ. People like EQ who, I don't know if she sets her lives to over 18s. I don't know. I'm not even going to comment. But to put that's the thing. It only takes somebody to screen record her saying, I've put this all over Facebook, or take a photo of it, and that gets shared to every, and all of a sudden every Tom, Dick and Harry has got Miss Red's address. And they think that's okay. Oh, bravo, EQ, look at EQ, isn't she a badass and all that stuff. It's honestly, you don't realise. Yeah, Lizard, I've heard that. I've heard people say that before, that it was really good laugh. I think what went wrong was they monetised it, didn't they? And people will do anything for money, unfortunately, and regularly do. I understand that for a lot of TikTokers, this is their main source of income, and that's fine. Yeah. I've got no issue with people earning a living on here. You do you. But if you're going to do it, be responsible. I've heard creators say they're not responsible for their audience's feelings. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. If your audience is coming in to see you, you are absolutely responsible for your content. right? So if you're doing content on something that you know is likely to upset somebody, you're responsible for what you say. You are responsible for telling people that this content may upset you. You are responsible for making sure, that's what your mods are there for as well. You are collectively responsible for your audience. No, you can't control what triggers somebody. Absolutely agree with that. And I would always advise that if you are feeling triggered, or you are potentially, always prioritise your own mental health. Always, above everybody else's, right? But these people that say, I'm not responsible for how my audience reacts to me. No, you're not responsible for their reaction, but you're responsible for what comes out your mouth, and you're responsible for your own behaviour. So if you do something or say something that triggers somebody else, that is your responsibility. Their reaction's not your responsibility, but what you've said or done that has triggered somebody absolutely is. There are topics I would not cover on TikTok because I wouldn't want to upset people, right? There are things I won't say on TikTok or anywhere because I don't want to affect people, but especially on TikTok. That's why I put a post up today before coming on live to say it's going to be a triggering live. So don't come in. Absolutely, Spencer. That's the flip side. That's the good side. I've met some amazing people who will now be friends for life, unfortunately for them. So I've met some fantastic people, and I wouldn't change that at all. And that's been brilliant for me. So, but the other side to that is, if you are a creator and you are putting yourself out there, that's all right, DB, and you're putting yourself out there, then you are responsible. You have to be, otherwise you're not a good creator. So it's why, yeah, that's true. But you are absolutely responsible for what comes out of your mouth. That's why I'm so, if you heard me in a WhatsApp, you'd be like, who on earth is this? My mods will tell you, this is not the mouth I use in my WhatsApp chat, but I keep my mouth relatively clean because I'm responsible. I don't want to offend people. I don't want people thinking she's not very nice. Not because I need people to like me, but because I'm aware. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I'm not wrong. Poker came in my WhatsApp group and went, whoa! Yeah, Poker was a bit shocked, bless her. She thought, But yeah, you are responsible. I'm sorry, you are. I don't agree with this. I'm not responsible for my audience. You absolutely are. Oh, thank you, Katrina. It's been lovely because the followers are coming. The more followers that I get, that obviously I can do more, if that makes sense. I can do more good. And I like making people laugh. I'm not going to lie. I like making people laugh. But yeah, I think creators are responsible. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Not at all, Claire. Not at all. I don't know what you mean. Me? Swear? Never. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, we are, as creators, it's why I do my TikToks the way I do. I try to do them so that I'm saying what I need to say, but with as little offence as possible, which sounds totally counterintuitive, but do you understand what I mean? Oh, thank you, Anne Lou, thank you. I say what I want to say, and especially if you follow the stories of the people I'm talking about, you get exactly what I'm saying. But I do it in a way that, I suppose, unless you are the person I'm talking to, it isn't offensive. Does that make sense? So yeah, I don't know. I feel a responsibility to people. That's just me. That's just the way I am. But for people to put addresses out there, boo, hiss. Yeah, how do I try and do it? I try to sound as daft as they do, because they are so daft. And I don't always know what's going to come out of my mouth. That's the other thing. It doesn't, Lizard. It do. I don't script them. I don't write them. I don't think about them. Somebody says, "Oh, have you seen such and such?" And I just come on. I don't know how I do it. So people say, "You want to do stand up?" I don't, because I don't write anything down. I don't plan anything. I'm not sure I could do stand up. No, exactly. Exactly. So, I'm not always quite sure what I'm going to say. She is. I do like Caroline. But yeah, you just have to, you have to be responsible. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Sarcasm, I think, is a Gen X thing, to be fair. But yeah, I have absolutely zero tolerance for people who do nasty things, who cause drama, who drink online, who dox people's addresses, who talk about people without people's permission. Somebody came in before and said, was telling me that I should be discussing, are you going to mention such? No, I'm bloody not, because it's not my story. It's got nothing to do with me. And if I did talk about it, I would have asked the permission of the person it was about. But I hadn't, and I wasn't, and I didn't. So, coming in here trying to tell me, well, have you said this about this person because this person's done this? I'm not interested. If you want a drama live, go to somewhere else, because this is not the room for you. If you want a live where people are going to argue, go somewhere else. Again, bye, night, Paula. Again, this is not the live for you. If you want to see me beefing with another host, again, not the live for you. I am not going to sit here and I will discuss what I think needs to be discussed. I will have an opinion on people's behaviour. What I won't do is sit and cause drama. I will not cause drama for the sake of it. I'm sorry. And if I spoke about what that person wanted me to speak about, that's not... Why would I do that? I mean, first of all, the absolute joke of you coming in here and saying, have I asked or have I discussed? Jog on. Because I know you're watching from the outside. If you've got an issue with somebody in my live, go and fire up your own live. Don't hijack mine, right? Because I'm not about to bring drama to this platform. If you want drama, there are plenty of other creators that you can go to. I am not the one, right? If I've got beef with somebody, and I've had beef with people on here, okay, I've gone about it in two ways. One first way was to report it to the relevant authorities, and the second way was to come back with facts and receipts, right? And that is something I don't like to do, because honestly, who cares? Except it affected somebody I care very deeply about. So I brought receipts, right? But other than that, this is drama free. I don't do drama. If you want drama, go somewhere else. Go to your delusive Anges and your EQs and all those people. Because I don't do drama. Nor will I ever do an FYP show. Can I just put that out there? I know there are creators that have started off small and have then decided to dip their toe into the murky world of the FYP show. Don't expect that from me. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I have enough to deal with in my real life, as do my mods and most people, that I do not need to create additional drama on TikTok to bring in viewers. Okay? No, not having it. I want to create a space where people can come after tonight and have a laugh, have a bit of a giggle, and just relax with friends. Yeah? It's like a night out at the pub without the pub. Okay? That's the space I'm hoping to create. If that means that my numbers stay low, they stay low. Anyone who finds us and stays are more than welcome. But if you are looking for drama and you are looking for trouble and you're looking for conflict and you're looking for screaming matches, don't bother coming here. Hi, Glynis. I will definitely do another quiz night. I will definitely do. Now I semi-know what I'm doing on here, I can definitely do another quiz night. But yeah, just if you're looking for drama, please don't come in here. Please don't. Hi, Dr. Green Thumbs. Hi, Finley. How are you doing, Dr. Green Thumbs? So yeah, I'm not about it. And I watched, it's funny because I can see, I'll mention EQ, and if I talk about EQ for 5 minutes, the numbers go up. And as soon as I stop talking about EQ, the numbers go down. If you're that sort of person that you want to hear somebody trash talk about another person, you are definitely in the wrong room. You are really in the wrong room. Don't bother staying. It's not going to happen. I've called out EQ tonight in as much as what she's done is wrong with the whole doxing misread, and I wanted to try to explain why it's wrong. I mean, the fact that I have to explain why it's wrong is mind-blowing to me, but the fact that it has to be said and in such a way that people hear it instead of the shouting, because that's the other thing. I cannot abide going into people's lives and they're screaming at each other. I can't stand it. It does my head in. So you won't ever get that in here either. You might get enthusiastic talking over the top of each other, but you won't get screaming. But I pulled up EQ because it was the one thing that's happened recently that I didn't like at all. So exactly, amethyst, exactly, and we don't want that in here, I know, Mama. Oh, stop it. I know. The fact that some people think it's okay until you tell them it's not and why it's not just blows my mind. Is it not self-explanatory? Is it me? I don't know. But, for anyone that hasn't been in the room, please don't dox. It is not... It's illegal. That's number one. It's illegal. You will be done for it. Simple, right? The other thing is, you don't know people's backgrounds. In the case of EQ, I don't doubt for a second that EQ didn't know about Miss Red's history. However, if you don't know that person's history, you have no idea what you're inviting to their door because you've put their address out there. You've no idea. You've no idea. So you have no idea who you're putting at risk, do you? Because if you're expecting somebody sensible to go round and have a word, that's not going to happen. There are very strange people in the world, and if you give a strange person an address of somebody, you have no idea and cannot control what happens next. Simple, right? You're also not just affecting the person that you're targeting, are you? Obviously, unless they live in a home in the middle of nowhere. You're not just affecting that person, you're affecting their family, you're affecting their friends, you're affecting their neighbours, because you don't know who is around that person. You don't know whether they're children, they're vulnerable, you've no idea. You might dislike somebody to the point where you think, I'm going to make their life as difficult as possible, and I'm going to put their address out there. Do you have any idea of the consequences for that? So, for me, and my... DV person is no longer breathing, but if my address had been put out there when he was breathing and I had left, my life would be in danger. Make no mistake about it, my life would be in danger, and that's how serious it is. So it doesn't matter whether you like me, it doesn't matter whether you think I'm the worst person in the world. You're literally putting me and my life and the people around me's lives in danger, right? You all heard about that poor man who lost his wife and 2 daughters because the boyfriend had broken up with the daughter, yes? and the boyfriend committed atrocities and those people are no longer breathing, right? That is real life. That is a real thing. And some of us have escaped very dangerous people. Not necessarily partners, could be parents, could be siblings, could be anybody. We've escaped those people and we do everything we can to protect ourselves and those around us, right? But we can't protect everything 100%. So when somebody says, here's an address of this person, and you're doing your best to protect yourself, and all of a sudden, your life implodes. Make no mistake, your life implodes. Your life changes, and it changes forever. Miss Red, when she moves, she will be extremely careful about who knows where she is. I would suggest that there will be about 2 people on TikTok that she will trust with her address, right? She won't give it out freely to anybody now. She will change the way she is. She will make sure she has decent locks on all the windows and doors. She'll make sure she has a personal alarm. There will be things that she now has to do that she didn't have to do before. And you did that, EQ. That's you. Yes, she gave your address, but she didn't publish it on a social media platform, did she? But you did. You actually put somebody in danger because of what? A beef? Because you don't like her? Because she was saying things you didn't like? I don't care how you justify it to your followers and to your friends or family. There is absolutely no justification for what you did. None at all. I don't care how bad it got. Right? You behave like the grown-up you claim to be. You say you stand for domestic abuse victims. No, you don't. Because you potentially put one in danger. So please don't say that you stand with us, because you don't. And there's no middle ground, there's no fence sitting. If you're capable of doing something like that, then you stand against us, not with us, right? And if you've been through it, and I'm not going to sit here and say you haven't, but if you've been through anything, coercive control, mental abuse, physical, if you've been through any of that, and you're prepared to put a woman in danger, what does that say about you? Seriously, what does that say about you? You don't care if your address is out there. Yes, you do. I don't care what you say. Yes, you do. And I care if anybody puts your address out there, because it's wrong. It shouldn't happen. Right? But what you did is reprehensible. It's awful. It's awful. You have no idea, well, you know exactly what crazy people there are out there who could potentially now go and harm Miss Red because you decided that you didn't like her and she was behaving in a manner which annoyed you or hurt you. Right? And you justify. I would love for you to tell a judge that. Do you know how many people have ended up in front of a judge accused of any kind of violent crime who have said, yes, but it's not a defence. The yes, but is not a defence. Right? But if you went in front of a judge and said, yeah, but she said this about me, and she did this, and she gave my address to somebody, and she did... do you know what? They'd look at you like, and... You would not be able to defend your behaviour. If you can't defend your behaviour, you shouldn't be doing that behaviour in the first place. And believe me, EQ, you can't defend that. You can't defend that. If you want to get back at somebody, get back at them. Do it the right way, right? But as far as I am concerned, based on your behaviour previously and your behaviour recently, you are an abusive person. As far as I'm concerned, you are an abusive person. And I'll tell you, I'll say that to your face. Absolutely. Right? Do not sit there and assume you have the moral high ground, because you don't. You don't. You are appalling. You're an appalling person with the morals of an alley cat. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been more bitterly disappointed in somebody, because I thought when you shed this evil queen persona that we were going to see a different side to you. But you are one-dimensional. You are literally one-dimensional. You are shallow. You are exactly what it says on the tin. right? And I'm not a fan of Miss Red. I don't make a point of watching her. But I will support her over you every day of the week. You really need to have some time out and hire yourself a decent solicitor. You've got the money, because you're going to need one. Good luck on your night shift, my love. I hope you have a quietish night, or a busy one, whichever makes the night go faster. Sorry for the rant, folks. It absolutely blows my mind. These people, they really do. No, she's not, Lizard. No, she's not. If she knew Miss Red's background, and based on that knowledge, still put her address out there. I did. And still put her address out there. That's not an advocate for DV. Sorry. That's not an advocate. There is one person, there's many people, but one person that springs to mind who I know is a proper advocate for DV people is Poker. Right? Poker works behind the scenes. She works off the app. Okay? And she looks after and supports DV survivors. And I know she does that. I've seen evidence of what she does. And that is what an advocate does, right? An advocate, she's had some stuff going on, and she would never, ever put anybody's address in the public domain. Not ever. So if you want to see what a DV advocate looks like, EQ, Poker, that person that you were abusive to, is the person that you're not. She's an advocate, you're not. Yeah, Poker is amazing. And I don't care whether you like her or not. You've got, some people have morals and some people don't, right? Poker does. Whether you agree with them or not, she has morals and she'll stand on those morals, right? And then you have people that don't have morals, like EQ, who will do and say whatever is necessary to keep her money at a level that she can sustain, that she can live off, right? And you know what it's like when you have a certain amount of money, you want more. But there are genuine people on here who will do everything they can to support in any way they can, right? The people who are going for Poker, I don't want to talk about Poker. She's not here to say anything, and I don't want to bring any more attention onto her. However, I will say the people that are going for her, enjoy it while you can. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy it while you can. Karma is coming. Believe me, karma is coming. Exactly, Claire, and I wouldn't. I've said to you, I've got, exactly, Mickey, I've got Scout Slayer's address. I will take that address to the grave. I will never, ever, ever tell anybody that address, because I have enough respect as a person for another person to respect their safe space and to respect the fact their children are there, right? It's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. Yeah, Lizard, I tend to agree with you. But when you have knowingly, and I must reiterate, knowingly put somebody in danger because of the information you shared, well, what does that make you? What does that make you? Yeah. To put somebody, we all understand PTSD, we all understand triggering, and all of that stuff. And to do that to somebody, regardless, and I really need to say this, regardless of what you think they've done to you, it doesn't matter what you think they've done to you, whether you are right or whether you are wrong. putting an address out there, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. I don't think Poker's in here anymore. Bless her. We've gone for a lie down. No. 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 And there are too many creators on here that do that. Good night, Claire, darling. Thank you. It is, Samantha, it is. Yeah, I think using any information against anybody that they've told you in confidence or behind the scenes or as a friend that they've shared with you, and you then using it against them because you've gone, you know, because they've done something you don't like. Seriously. An eye for an eye and the whole world goes blind. Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And exactly, Mickey, I would never, ever divulge a word. Because for me, I'm done. That's it. You're like me, and I'm sure a lot of you are like me. If we fell out, we'd just block each other. And that would be it. We wouldn't. But when you set out to destroy somebody because your feelings are hurt, that just puts you on a whole different level. You know, it just... it makes me feel, Yeah, but you know what I mean. We wouldn't go after each other, would we? We wouldn't. You get what I'm saying. We wouldn't be trying to damage each other, would we? We'd have a rant and that would be done. It would be done. But these people who actively try to damage another person because their feelings are hurt, justified or not, that's what I don't understand at all. I don't. It doesn't compute with me. I don't get it. I'm not wired that way. People. Absolutely, Dr. Green Thumbs, yeah. I absolutely agree with that. I see you, Dazza. We are. Sorry, I'm just seeing people come in. So yeah, on that note, because we're all adults, and I'm really tired, I'm going to end the live. I have no idea how to do that on here, but hey ho, I'll give it a go. You're welcome, Andrea. Like I said, if you need us, we're there.